curriculum is continued on with Chapter 5, looking at lines, equations of lines, y equals mx plus b, working a lot with the equations and how to come up with the equations. So that's what we're going to start with today, is just using the graph to come up with the equation. And Charlie, as you can see, I expect you're watching this on Halloween, therefore Charlie is dressed for the occasion in his bat dog costume, and obviously not very happy about it. Okay, so our first example then, to show you what I mean by, how do you come up with the equation of a line? Well, it says identify the slope and y-intercept and then use that to find the equation. Of course, remember the equation is of the form y equals mx plus b. So far, that's all we've done. That's all you need to be able to do. Okay? So first thing you do is, if you look at your graph, is identify the y-intercept. Okay? So the y-intercept's down here, where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay? So b equals -5. That's our b is y-intercept, -5. And then you just identify any 2 points. So find 2 points and use the slope formula. So we'll use the y-intercept as 1, which is 0 minus 5. And then I'll take this point here because it crosses nice on one of my grids, and that's 2.5 in the x and 0 on the y. And I'm going to call that x1, y1, x2, y2 because that's our slope formula. Okay, so we've got our b. We're going to find our m using the slope formula and just substituting in the numbers. Y2 is 0, y1 is -5. Notice negative and negative, right? You should know from your adding integers that's got to be a positive 5. And then down here we have 2.5 and 0, so 2.5 minus 0. So it ends up being 5 over 2.5, which is 5 divided by 2.5, which is just 2. So then our equation of the line then is just y equals 2x minus 5. Okay, because that's our b. All right, so if you need more time, pause the tape, otherwise I'm moving on. Okay. One thing to identify, or that can help you identify the equation of a line, is something called the x-intercept. And you can see here, it's just the point that crosses the x-axis. We've talked a lot about y-intercept, where it crosses down here. Well, now we're doing the x-intercept. So what is the x-intercept? Well, you could use the coordinates to describe the x-intercept. And this is the line previous, which is right here. Okay. The other thing you can do is sometimes it's just written as x-intercept is 2.5. So just either one of those is a correct answer to that question. Okay, so this example says on this straight horizontal pink line here, identify the slope, the y-intercept, the x-intercept of the following line and write the equation. These are more exceptions, not regular examples. So slope is rise over run. Well, this thing is not rising at all. I can't calculate a rise because it's not going up, so the slope is 0. We do have a y-intercept though, right there, of 3. And there is no x-intercept. It doesn't cross this axis anywhere. So there's no x-intercept. So the equation, if you say y equals mx plus b, well, m is 0, so 0x plus 3. And 0 times anything is 0, so y equals 3. That's my equation right there. Okay? All right, so I'm going to move on. If you have, again, if you need more time, just pause. Same type of example here. We have a vertical line. And again, I identify the 3 same things. So slope is rise over run. Well, this time, rise, you can't even calculate it because it goes forever. And run is undefined as well because, run is not undefined. Run is 0. It doesn't move horizontally at all. So therefore, the slope is what we call undefined because anything divided by 0 is undefined. So we've got no slope, essentially. It never crosses here, so there's no y-intercept. We do have the x-intercept equals 1, right, where it crosses here. So if you have an equation where you have no slope and y-intercept, you can't use the regular form. You just say x equals 1. That defines this line at all times. X is always 1. Okay? And so in a case of a vertical line, the equation is x equals whatever the x-intercept is. Okay, so now we're just graphing a line. We've done this before, but graph a line that has slope and y-intercept given. So slope -2, y-intercept of 5, b equals 5. So I'm going to count up 5. 5, there's my y-intercept. And just, how I think of the slope, and we've done this before, is if it's -2, well then m is equal to -2 over 1, right? So this is my rise and this is my run. So I think of it as down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So I've got a few points now, and I'm going to just connect those dots. Do a great job getting that through there. Oh. Okay, down 2 over 1. And okay, so you will at some point see a question like that, and that's how you answer it, down 2 over 1. Next, last example of this note, identify the slope, y-intercept of the following relationship, and write an equation. So here you can see my y-intercept is right there where it crosses, so my y-intercept, or b, is 6. And my slope is rise over run, and I calculated that by saying, okay, I just chose 2 points. And remember, you can choose any 2 points you want. I chose this one and this one, but I could have chosen that one. Looks like it crosses nice too. I could have chosen that one and that one. Doesn't matter. But the rise, with the 2 points that I did choose, is 14 minus 6, because it's the difference between here and here. It's how far it goes up, which is 8. Okay? 2, 4, 6, 8 goes up 8 spots. The run is the difference from here to here, and it moves over 2 spots. Okay, so my rise is 8 over run of 2 equals 4, and then the equation simply y equals 4mx plus b. Okay, that's it for today's note. So just again, I probably went pretty quick through some of that, but take some time and re-listen to some parts. If you think I went really fast, you have the option to stop and re-listen, and you have lots of time now to maybe start some of your homework if you want.